Battle the fifth-ranked team in the country, the LSU Tigers.
Wake her up from that nap.
Knox wins the opening jump against Carly Fisher. And LSU goes to work. Knox, the freshman, with the opening shot of the game. Rebound cleared by Pittick. Here's a look at your LSU starting five with Johnson, Williams, Richard, and Knox. Marist basketball. There's the starting five with Pittick, Williamson, Tarul, Henry, and Fisher. Johnson fires the three, too strong. And the offensive rebound's going to stay here with LSU.
Keep track of those offensive boards. That number was astronomical. Just under 22 a game for LSU. You see the zone. They're going to bend it and flex the zone to try to match up.
There's Jada Richard into the lane, and Richard gets the floater to fall. LSU's on the board.
Small ball fake, move the zone, create a gap, dribble penetration right down Main Street.
Henry, the freshman, guarded by Zakiah Johnson. Shot clock now down to 6. Here comes Pittick. Pittick throws to the corner. It was not deflected, and LSU gets the turnover. And you see Coach Mulkey, year number 5. '23 NCAA champions. Flau'jae Johnson's freshman season. Here's the jumper from Michaela Williams, the junior from Bossier Lake, Louisiana.
Screen the corner of the zone. Dribble penetration. Now Marist doing a good job moving the ball side to side. They've got to get some action going toward the rim.
Henry, the freshman, her shot deflected. Her putback doesn't fall and gets fouled on her third attempt of the possession.
Love the effort by the freshman. 36 minutes a game. They're going to lean on her heavily. This will be a great experience.
There you see Aaron Dowdy in year number 3. A 10-win improvement last year, 16 and 15. And preseason picked number 4 in the MAC, the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference.
Just tremendous history. And there's another look at Kim Mulkey. I really enjoy watching the LSU practices because they're competing against themselves, not the opponent. How good they get at the defensive end. And it starts with defense, and your defense ends with rebounding. That is the focus of this Tiger team.
They are deep. The bench has a tremendous impact, and you have some freshmen as well, as Williams called for the travel violation. The number 1 recruiting class with Bella Hines, Zakiah Johnson, Divine Burridge, and Grace Knox. Fisher tries to go to work. Underneath, it's rebounded by Johnson. Johnson just about lost it. Now Richard sets it up with Johnson. Johnson, the feed to Zakiah Johnson, senior to freshman, wave it off for the travel violation.
LSU is screening the corner of the zone. Penetration toward the nail. The roll person is open, and that's what they've gone to attack Marist zone defense.
The winner of this game in this Reef Division will play Washington State tomorrow evening at 8:30 local time. The loser will play Miami, the Red Hawks out of Ohio. Here's Flau'jae Johnson in the lane. Gets fouled on the attack, and Pittick picks up her first.
Marist has to avoid the live ball turnovers. In my days of coaching, going into Hilton Coliseum, which is one of the toughest places to play, we would practice taking a 5-second count rather than spitting the ball out and letting that crowd get into it. Hilton, same thing here if you're Marist. Don't throw it to the team in white. Make them take it out of bounds and go against your set defense.
Johnson gets both free throws to go. Last year, third-team All-American, as she was a first-team All-SEC performer. And tipped by Knox. And it was last touch by Marist. Knox inside, nice dump off Johnson, taking the back door.
Oh, we said that defense has to be connected. You've got to see the cutters from the weak side, the blind spot of the defense, and LSU with great player movement.
Marist fires the three, too strong for Williamson. And standing out of bounds on the catch is Flau'jae Johnson. And substitution, Malia Egan into the game, junior from Sacramento, California. And year number 2 with Marist after starting her career at Montana State. And Amaya Joyner, senior from Farmville, North Carolina, into the game.
Full court pressure. That's all they want was a tip ball.
There's the takeaway. Cerule clears the rebound.
Fisher stepping out and handing the basketball for Marist, pulling the big of LSU out of the lane. Good strategy.
Here's a three-point try, knocked in. The freshman.
Freshman is fearless.
Johnson on the kick out. That's good for Zakiya Johnson, the freshman.
Got to tighten up the zone. They're giving up too much dribble penetration.
Fisher guarded by Joyner. Now on the lower block. Blocked by Joyner. Gets it back. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Cerule. Henry working against Johnson. Has to get it off. And it's rebounded by Joyner. 5 minutes to play here in the first half.
Well, the closeouts by the Tigers is exceptional. The way they attack the shooters.
Johnson to Johnson once again. And Fisher with the rebound gets tied up by Zakiya Johnson. And we have come to our first timeout in this first quarter. 5th-ranked LSU, a 5-point lead. Marist head coach Erin Dowdy, she says, our goal is under 100. That was the first thing she said when we talked to her at shoot-around.
Well, they're controlling the tempo of this game. Running when they have opportunities like this one right there.
And Egan goes down and grabs her knee. Here's Johnson feeding Joyner, and Joyner with the lay-in. And now get back to the game plan, as does LSU.
Well, they're using Fisher to handle the basketball. That's a luxury for Marist. Number 10 out there, their 5 spot there is pulling the LSU center away from the basket, relieving the pressure on the reversals.
Catch and shoot 3 for Pittick. Rebound tracked down by Williams in the corner.
Red Fox have got some good looks.
Kate Koval in the game, the sophomore. Dumps it to Joyner. Joyner, 2 more. She's got 4 early.
Too much size inside. They're going post-to-post passing. That zone collapses, but the wings are small.
Carly Fisher in the corner, launches the 3, in and out, no.
You can see Marist, no one's going to the glass. They're running back, trying to get this Transition game stop. They've done a very good job of that on missed shots.
Malaysia Fulwiley launches the three and hits. The junior transfer from South Carolina coming off the bench. Listed, she's one of 5 Tigers on the John Wooden Award Top 50 watch list with Flau'jae Johnson, Michaela Williams, Kate Coble, and freshman Grace Knox.
Before Wiley comes off the bench, but he's second in scoring for the Tigers at just under 18 a game and 40% from the three.
Johnson on the steal, pull-up jumper, too strong.
Marist has got to get something going through the net so they can get their defense set. They're backpedaling off the missed shots.
Here's Henry. Her shot off the mark after the contact on the shot. Here's Johnson from the corner. Now Michaela Williams for three. Flau'jae with the rebound, and it's taken away by Terrell.
Got some numbers, Marist. Find the open red jersey. There you go.
Pitta goes inside. Fisher in deep. Good defense by Koval.
Great recovery by Koval.
Fulwiley showing the quickness, but comes up empty.
Marist is battling. I really like the way they're fighting. Oh, you got to avoid those. Fulwiley just a pick six.
Fulwiley, the leading scorer on this team, 17.7 points per game.
Right up there with Johnson.
That's an air ball by Fisher from three. And 59.6 seconds up on the clock. Substitutions for the Tigers. Divine Burridge, a freshman from Davenport, Iowa, into the game. Zakiya Johnson re-enters. Grace Knox back in. Bella Hines, a freshman from Albuquerque, New Mexico, on the floor. And Fulwiley brings it up. Johnson over to Fulwiley. Catch and shoot three ball. And a rebound underneath by Hines. Feed inside. And the double team comes, and a foul. It's going to go.
This is what LSU does really well. When they get long rebounds, they kick it out. The post goes and buries the defender under the rim, and they look to go right back inside.
Knox catch and shoot on the inbounds. And it's 21-5. El Bruschuk also getting in here in the first quarter for the Red Foxes. Justine Henry, 5 points, all the scoring for Marist from the freshman. Shot fake, pull-up jumper, deep two is too strong. Bruschuk had the rebound, lost it, and Knox. And stepping out of bounds is Hines. 10 seconds to go. Marist basketball.
Get
Williamson. Clock winding down. Terrell at the horn, no good. And at the end of one, they begin with the basketball.
They're only averaging about 1 point per possession. You would think it would be much higher, but they're getting so many possessions. And Marist really struggling. They're at about 0.25 points per possession. The defense by LSU has been spectacular.
Marist gets it back with the jump ball to start quarter number 2. Fisher tries to dump it off to Terrell. Taken away. Here comes Burridge. Ahead to Fulwiley. And now Hines back to Fulwiley in the corner. Offensive rebound. Off the window, no good. Another offensive rebound for Zakiya Johnson. And the freshman a four-time Kentucky High School State champion and 4 Gatorade Player of the Year honors, steps up to the free throw line.
LSU just under 22 offensive boards per game. They swarm the backboards. Offensive rebounds. They've got 5 in this game.
Zakiah Johnson, the number 13 overall recruit in this last class, scored 3,870 career points in high school. Oh, Burridge, the steal on the inbounds to Johnson, and the and one opportunity.
That's what Marist and Coach Dowdy have to avoid, is those turnovers near LSU's basket.
Freshman with the steal and the assist, the freshman with the basket. And back to the free throw line goes Zakiah Johnson. Marist looked like Ruschuk got away with a travel violation instead of foul now on LSU.
They're going to set the pressure up again. They're feeling Marist get a little tired. They got fatigued toward the end of the first quarter. You could see Marist with their hands on their hips. And the point guards, a lot of responsibility to handle this basketball. Pittick did a good job in the first quarter.
There's the pitch back to Williamson. Jumper is too strong. Knox with the rebound.
Had some good shots.
Full Wiley. Defender goes under the screen, fires the three. Fisher grabs the board. Now a pass ahead in transition. Open shooter, Lexi Terrell.
They got to take that shot. Get an open three before the defense is set.
A blocking foul is called. As that was Grace Knox in transition. Went up to make that catch. And just came down right on top of the defender as Pittick called for the foul.
Yeah, Pittick, not much she could do in that situation.
And her second, so she will check out and go to the bench. Julia Corsentino is into the game, as is Chloe Escanilius. Johnson, offensive rebound underneath. And Zakiah Johnson doing some work. 5 rebounds, 9 points.
Well, Marist went to man-to-man. They're just getting pushed out of the way on the offensive glass by LSU. Long rebounds. It's like an outlet pass.
LSU on the run. And Full Wiley straight to the rack.
You got to be careful about shooting those threes without people back. It's just like an outlet pass. If it's a long rebound, they are going to run and fill the lanes.
Williamson on the miss. Full Wiley back to Johnson. Rebound underneath. Knox the putback. 2-5. The defense finding another notch here to start the second quarter for LSU. But really, Coach, this whole game, Marist has not had many open looks.
1 of 19 for Marist. The open looks they've had have been a bit rushed, because you know you got to get back because that white jersey onslaught is coming. They started the game getting the ball moved side to side, using number 10 there as their reversal.
There's a steal by Jada Richard. And Richard gets the layup to fall from Louisiana.
The 10th turnover. 17 points off those turnovers.
Deep three for Corsentino. And now Henry wants to step into an open three, and she knocks it in.
Henry with all the points for Marist. Now a chance to set your defense. It's been a while since they've been able to do this. Back in the zone off the made basket. They're going to ball screen the corner of it.
Sharp pass to Flau'jae Johnson. Deep 2 jumper, no good. Rebound, Koval inside. Kate Koval, the sophomore, a transfer from Notre Dame, was all ACC freshman team last season, part of a regular season ACC championship team.
That was a great weak side rebound. Soft hands, and how about Koval out there in the passing lane?
Going for
Coach,
the
let me
pick
play
six
point guard.
lay-in. Henry grabs the rebound. There's a three-point try. Escanilius knocks it in.
Got the feet set. Took her time. It's a long dry spell for Marist. Got the lid off.
Couple of threes coming out of the timeout. And now a feed inside. Joyner battling into Fisher, and Fisher.
What LSU's doing now is they're throwing the ball the weak side corner, and the post is pinning the interior of the zone of Marist, and that's going right inside. They're leaving that middle defender on an island.
Sorry, Coach. I thought that foul went on Fisher, and the foul goes on Henry. That's her first.
Henry got caught. She was in the middle of the zone, and Joyner with a big body. Get caught behind, you cannot get back around.
Joyner missing the free throw. A 72% free throw shooter on the year. Gets 1 of 2, but missed that second one
like,
and looked at the bench like, ooh.
I think somebody opened the door here, and the breeze came off the ocean. There we go.
The block by Flau'jae Johnson. And that's why the shots feel rushed, because those white jerseys move pretty fast.
Well, I like what Marist did, though. Sideline break. Kick ahead. That's a good shot. But you got some long arms coming from behind.
Henry along the baseline gets fouled as the...
Well, the reason why LSU is upset about that call, the reaction from the bench, they work on that drill every day. Slide your feet, cut the baseline off. Right call, though. That's the right call. But that is an emphasis for LSU. Take away baseline bounces.
That's Richard's first personal. Here's Flau'jae Johnson, the steal. Takes it to the rim. Adds 2 more to her total. Flau'jae Johnson, 6 points.
What happens, Brad, when you get tired, you stop ball faking and pass faking. That's allowing LSU to jump in the passing lanes.
Open look for Williamson. Offensive rebound. The putback does not go for Escanilius.
Koval, big body inside. Hard to score over the top.
Richard feeds Koval. Koval gets fouled by Bruschuk. And we'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Well, this score is 39-11, but here's the danger zone for Marist. LSU just keeps bringing fresh bodies in. And they're big. The front line is huge, and as you said, there's a lineup of high school All-Americans.
And correction, Coach, that does not go on Bruschuk. They put that one on Justine Henry. So the freshman who has 8 of the 11 points picks up her second personal foul, heads to the bench for head coach Aaron Dowdy.
What Kim Mulkey can do, because he has so much depth, their practices are like a war, and they're all fighting for playing this. So when they come in, they're going to play hard. They're evaluating how hard they play. So even the reserves are putting it into an extra gear.
Pittick gets tied up. Possession arrow favors
Order. Now they're going man-to-man. It's going to be side ball screen.
Tough corner 3. No good. The offensive rebound by Joyner. Now it's Koval with the offensive board and the putback.
2 bigs, one on each side of the rim. Great footwork by Koval.
And Bruschuk tried to throw it ahead to Corsentino, who turned and ran right as Bruschuk was getting ready to throw it.
Well,
Here's Joyner inside, and Koval working on the glass.
Huge. And they understand when the ball shot from the corner, go to the weak side to rebound it. Tough to move those big bodies out of the way.
Flage Johnson, pull-up jumper, no. How about Joyner? Another offensive rebound. And now Johnson takes it away. Joyner fouled from behind and gets it to go.
Two concerns I had for Marist was the turnovers in the backcourt, and can they compete on the boards with the depth, the size, and the strength of LSU?
So Amaya Joyner, senior, transfer from East Carolina, hits the free throw to fall. Completes the three-point play, averaged 15 points, 9 rebounds last season. Was first team all AAC. Joins LSU this year, and a big-time contributor inside. And here's Fisher earning a trip to the free throw line.
Again, using Carly Fisher to relieve the pressure. She's the ball handler. It's a good matchup outside. And Marist knows we're not going to go inside and post up on the size of LSU, so they're trying to spread the court out. You need to convert at the free throw line. At the other end, LSU swarming the glass, but you would think they had 20 offensive boards. They only got 11. That's a lot, though.
Taking advantage of it as their second chance points at 17 of their 46. Johnson, after the shot fake, drives. And there's a fight for this rebound. Williams comes up with it, then is stripped. Joyner, another offensive rebound. 2 more on that possession, and now the steal from Richard. Koval, back-to-back baskets. LSU surpasses 50 points here in the second quarter.
You cannot rest. Relentless. Especially when they smell some blood in the water for the Tigers.
Tarul for 3. Joyner with the rebound.
That's a good look for Tarul.
Richard, the jumper is good. Richard averages just 4 points per game. 6 here in the first half.
Playing with the ball screen.
There's another look from 3 for Tarul. The senior out of Bronx, New York. At 5'10". Tarul, 4th leading scorer. 4 players average double figures for the Red Fox, but 6 average double figures for LSU. And Richard has 8, doubling her average.
Rushchuk's getting thrown around inside.
Fisher throws it off the leg of the Tigers, and substitutions for both teams. Zakiya Johnson back in. Malaysia Fulwiley back onto the floor with Divine Burridge and Grace Knox.
It's that side ball screen I like to use. Richard just playing around with it. Richard coming from the right wing, the same type of play.
Jackie Pittock tried to throw it off the leg of the Tiger and ends up turning it into a fast break. Fulwiley gets fouled, will go to the line. Foul goes on Chloe Escanilius.
Well, Pittock pulling her team together, trying to get them organized and settled down, because the speed of this game is really wearing down Marist.
Julia Corsentino into the game for Pittock. And to the free throw line is Fulwiley. Free throw is good. Wiley comes off the bench. Remember, one of 5 players listed on that John Wooden Award Top 50 Player Watch List for National Player of the Year.
Cannot throw bounce pass against this press.
Full Wiley for 3. Burridge, offensive rebound. The putback is good for the Iowa native freshman.
Burridge off the bench.
Justine Henry back in the game. She's attacking, gets the bump, and will go to the line to shoot 2. Henry, 8 of the 11 points for Marist, all coming from the freshman out of Long Island, New York.
We talked about Justine Henry in the open. Fearless is the way that Erin Dowdy described her freshman.
Coach Dowdy says she is a matchup nightmare in the MAC, or will be, as the freshman heads into her first year of
36 minutes
action.
a game. That's a lot of minutes for a freshman. Dad's a coach. Love to coach players whose parents were coaches. They understand the game. They've watched a lot of film in their lifetime.
Coach Dowdy says she's going to have to play through her mistakes this year. Talented enough, we need her on the floor. Full Wiley kicks it out. 3 from the corner, no good for Hines. Offensive rebound, putback does not go for Megan Yarnovich.
Henry clears it, brings it up herself.
Henry with a shot clock at 10 in the final minute of the second quarter. Hand off to Corsentino. And a foul called on LSU as Corsentino was on the drive. We'll have 2 free throws coming here. Coach Mulkey not pleased.
Well, they worked on position defense, moving your feet, keeping your hands off. I wonder who's going to be handling the ball for Marist when Pinnock went to the bench and they put it in the freshman's hands quite a bit, Justine Henry. Point guard skills, and now she's out. Gonna rest her in the final 33 seconds of this second quarter.
Kevin, Coach Mulkey told us that she really likes the chemistry of this team. Have some things she wants them to improve on, defensive effort and rebounding. A couple of her emphasis here at the Paradise Jam.
Defensive discipline was big. Practice I watched was defensive discipline. Do not overextend yourself on the wings and ball pressure. They do a lot of drills on footwork, defensive footwork and sliding. Middle ball screen.
Burridge called for the travel, and Marist gets it back with 7 seconds left.
All right, who's going to handle the basketball for you? This is going to be a dangerous.
Fisher throws it ahead. Williamson, the jumper, no good. The putback is good. And the foul, I think we have a foul.
Need to convert. Easier said than done. All the size inside of LSU. Back in the zone.
Flau'jae Johnson, the 3 from the corner is good.
LSU does a great job of establishing a strong side to the zone. Then they overload the weak side, bring it back, and they've got you outnumbered 2-1.
After they correct some stat sets. Now, for Flau'jae Johnson, 9 points for her on that 3. Pinnock off a screen. See, that thumb is wrapped up. Sprained ligament in the last preseason scrimmage. Something she has learned to play with. And now Henry puts the shot up and draws the foul.
And Fulwiley, number 23 for LSU, gets the start in the second half for the Tigers.
Malaysia Fulwiley, 9 points for her, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Her speed is just such a weapon.
Open court player. It fits nicely what this system of full court pressure that the Tigers use.
See head coach Aaron Dowdy, 24 years associated with Marist. And bringing the program down here to the Paradise Jam. For Marist, they were back here in 2012 and bringing this year's team down for the beautiful sights of the Virgin Islands. Flau'jae Johnson knocks in another triple. Coach, I'm hearing from the staff that the Virgin Islands may be more beautiful than the 77,000 lights on the Christmas tree on campus that's decorated by Marist.
Quite a bit about that Christmas tree.
Beautiful campus on the banks of the Hudson River, 90 miles north of New York. And there you see Malia Egan, the junior, went down with a knee injury in the first quarter. As that right knee wrapped and on the end of the bench. She was in some pain earlier, got carried off the court.
Yeah, 5'7" junior, three-point shooter. Egan, they're going to miss her from outside the arc against this pressure defense of LSU.
Henry turns it over.
See if they overload the zone again.
Johnson throws it away. The steal by Tarul, but the speed of Fulwiley will bring back to the Tigers.
This goes and gets it back. You got 2 shooters on that right side. Oh, just
Joyner just playing bully ball inside.
Yeah. Fisher got one right in the chops.
Fisher, the shot fake, and the open shot by Williamson is swatted. Now Marist with numbers. And the three-pointer from Henry.
They got the ball to Henry, the hot hand.
And
that was a pass. Yeah, pass to Joyner.
Ends up out of bounds. Coach Mulkey not pleased with the turnovers here in this third quarter. There's the feed, and Henry breaking the pressure.
Great spacing by Marist against that pressure.
Zakiya Johnson off the window is good. Zakiya Johnson into double figures. She has 11.
Great footwork on the medium post.
There's a throw down court. Williamson gets the run out layup.
Aaron Dowdy made some adjustments at halftime in their press offense. We're seeing it pay off.
Williams dumps it off. How about the hang and the hit by the freshman out of Kentucky, Zakiya Johnson.
They changed their spacing in their press offense for the Red Foxes. They'll be able to get it to the middle, up the sideline to the middle, and they're getting the back line of LSU to rotate up. That's why we saw them get a couple breakouts. Let's see if the Tigers make any adjustments.
How about when you have a teammate tie your shoe? Michaela Williams tying the shoe of Joyner.
Numbers again.
Tarul, an open look for three,
yes.
And Tarul is in the scoring column. Missed her first 4 threes.
Well, here's the great thing about Marist. You know, this game, tough to win, but can you execute and make adjustments at halftime? And Marist has done that.
Offensive putback for Joyner. 2 easy ones on the opposite side for Joyner, and she has 14 points. An open look for Henry.
The spacing and the attack against the pressure, full court pressure of LSU is leading to good looks at the other end for the Red Foxes.
Johnson the jumper, rebounded by Joyner. The senior dumps it off. Johnson to the left side of the rim, no. Tap back by Johnson. The Red Foxes fire it up to Rule, another triple.
Oh, I like their response come out of the half.
Kim Mulkey called a timeout as Marist outscored their whole first half total in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, as they have 15 points here to start the third quarter. And with that, we come to our media timeout here, our under 5. We'll step aside once again. We'll be back. The third quarter will resume. This is the opening day of the Reef Division of the U.S. Virgin Islands. LSU has scored in a game so far this season. That Tulane defense was legit.
Yeah, Tulane with some depth and some athletes. Marist with a great start here coming out of the halftime. Changed their alignment against the press has paid off, and the freshman phenom airballed that one, but she has been tremendous here in the third quarter.
She shakes her head. Danielle Williamson, sophomore guard, saying head up, head up, head up. Good positive talk out of Marist. And LSU trying to go back to work. I don't know how Knox caught that pass, but wow.
Well, LSU, they've got 4 of their reserves in. Fresh bodies and pressure.
Fisher on the left wing. Now up top, Williamson. Three-pointer off the mark. Pittick fighting for the rebound with Richard, and it's out of bounds. Substitution, Julia Corsentino comes into the game. Pittick, the senior guard, gets a breather.
And goes all the way down the end of the bench and gives a high five to Malia Egan, who's sitting there with her knee wrapped.
In the corner, Divine Burridge, no. Grace Knox, yes.
Knox, a tremendous rebounder on the glass. 10 points off the bench for Knox is her average.
This second wave of players, 3 freshmen and 2 sophomores, man, they can crank up that defensive pressure.
Well, they wear you out because they play just as hard, if not harder, than that first 5. And they know that the opponent is tired when they come in, so they can really be aggressive.
Bella Hines, the freshman out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, over 3,000 career points. Knocked that one out of bounds. Williamson swings it cross court as Terrell left it short. Now here comes Richard. Over to Hines. And Knox loses it out of bounds.
Now Marist has put 4 across the free throw line here to get the ball inbounded.
It's going to be Marist basketball.
Really impressed with Fisher. They've used her to handle the basketball. That was a smart play there to throw it off of LSU's leg.
2:38 to play. Henry launches the 3, Koval with the rebound. Here comes Burridge. Oh, nice pass in transition. Knox with the lay-in.
Knox is doing everything, getting off some glass, running the wings. Knox a little gassed.
Corsentino to Terrell, and Terrell with the jumper.
Well, they come up the sideline with the ball. Marist is going to the middle, and then they've got cutters on the weak side against the press. If they get out of that first trap, get the half court, they've got numbers, and that's why they've been so successful in this third quarter. There'll be a lot of teams watching that alignment use it against the Tigers.
Burridge up to Richard, no.
Knox again tried to keep that one alive.
Great rebounding instincts. Here's a kick over to Corsentino for 3.
I don't know what Coach Dowdy told the team at halftime, but they are playing with extreme confidence here in the third quarter.
5 made three-pointers in this third quarter. Foul down low. I believe that's on Corsentino. And it may go on Henry. That may be her 4th. Justine Henry, the freshman, 17 points against 5th-ranked LSU in her freshman season. Battling inside, Yarnovich, the freshman from Maryland.
Yarnovich, a new fresh body on the glass.
This LSU freshman class, the #1 ranked recruiting class. Hines, Johnson, Burridge, Knox, and then added Yarnovich, a top 100 recruit. Here's Koval inside.
Koval, great awareness where the basketball is at, where the defender is at.
Fisher, bounce pass stolen away by Burridge.
You cannot bounce the ball against this press.
Koval with the putback and a timeout taken.
Need to get the point guard back in. Pinnock back in the game. He's going to round up the troops here.
Marist head coach Aaron Dowdy wants to talk things over. Coach, both of these teams have been here to the Paradise Jam before.
In the first half, they were breaking the press, pulling the ball back out, trying to control tempo. They were forced turnover there, but at halftime, they decided, let's attack the end of the press. Got much more aggressive, and it's paid off for Marist here in the third quarter.
Richard, after the inbound, thought about chucking it, but LSU's going to work some clock. Burridge gets it inside. Koval skip pass over to Hines. Jumper from the baseline. Rebounded by Fisher.
Koval and Fisher having a real battle inside.
Pinnock behind the back. Loses the ball. State the victor with an 81-76 win over Tulane. And now the first 2 games of the Reef Division as Washington State defeated Miami. And we'll play LSU tomorrow night, 8:30 local time, 7:30 Eastern time here on St. Thomas Island.
Washington State with their first win of the season, but they've had a difficult schedule playing Stanford and Oregon, and had some tough ones on the road.
Head coach Kim Mulkey still asking for more from her players, coach. And she has a record that she wants to break here at LSU. Their first 6 games of the year, they've scored more than 100 points. It sets the SEC record for consecutive 100-point games. It ties the NCAA record, which was set by Coach Mulkey's 1982 Louisiana Tech team that she played on. Won the first NCAA-sponsored national title as the Tigers shot 57% from the floor most recently. But Mulkey, as a coach at Louisiana Tech for 19 years, she was part of 3 national titles, 2 of them as a player.
Unbelievable resume that she's put together, and she's now seeking another title as a coach.
There's Burridge, the drive, left it short. Koval gets fouled on the putback by Bruschuk.
Koval has played extremely hard for the Tigers. 14 minutes of action, 12 points and 8 rebounds. He's approaching the double-double.
Koval, 13 points for her
Yeah, 9 rebounds now.
Just 16 minutes of action as well. Burridge unable to corral the rebound. And Marist takes it over. Justine Henry, the freshman, 16 points for Marist, 6 rebounds, comes back into the game. She's playing with 4 fouls. Piddock, the inbounds pass, now ahead to Henry. Henry guarded by the 6'5" sophomore Koval.
Koval has excellent feet. All the bigs for LSU can extend out and guard on the perimeter.
Escanillas drops in a 3, her second of the game.
Her second. Much more comfortable here in the third quarter for Marist. And there's a turnovers. Henry takes one in the ear. Maybe she got an elbow and that loose ball was flying around.
Here's a look at Escanillas. Shot clock down to 6. She's like, I got some space. Let me fire it up.
Well, it's at the ball screen, and she's able to step back and create some space for herself. Marist been much better with their ball fakes also to move the defense.
Another one for Escanillas, in and out.
Escanillas, a long-range bomber for the Red Foxes.
Burridge over to Richard. Richard, the jumper, left it short. Offensive rebound. Putback is good for Zakiya Johnson.
Johnson, Koval, all the post players of LSU work the backside. They get inside position.
Here's Henry. Offensive rebound, then stripped by Hines, and Richard for the Tigers. Looking to get it inside. Here's Johnson to Koval, and Koval, that's just 6'5", playing tall.
Well, you can see Piddock just shaking her head. Nothing she could do on that to contest that shot.
Piddock gets a screen. Defender goes under, and Piddock drops in a triple.
Shooting the ball with confidence. Marist, different team than we saw early in this game. Much more aggressive. In fact, they were just kind of controlled tempo and trying to use clock early. Now they're playing basketball.
There's a 3 for Jada Richard, and LSU now knocking on the door of 100 points. Inbounds to Burridge as Hines saves it. Foul underneath as Koval getting some extended minutes here. This group has been out there for a long time for LSU.
Well, Koval comes off the bench and almost averaged a double-double, over 10 points and just under 9 rebounds.
Inbounds lob, Zakiya Johnson puts 99 up on the board. So LSU started the season with 108 points against Houston Christian. As I can say, LSU basketball. They scored 115 against Southeastern Louisiana, 118 at Georgia Southern, and Flau'jae Johnson's homecoming. 117 against Charlotte, 101 at Tulane, and 112 against Alcorn State. And Zakiya Johnson gives LSU their 7th straight game with 100 points.
The Tigers averaging just under 112 per game in those 6 games that you mentioned. And we know all the points they scored up at the rim from all the pressure. Now they're going to back the pressure off after they've reached 100. But they shoot the ball extremely well. from three-point distance, the Tigers are at 45%, just under 8 a game. 45%, excellent. Now half court, man-to-man D.
Right side three for Tarul. Zakiya Johnson with her 7th rebound to go along with 20 points for LSU. And turns it over as Lexi Tarul with the takeaway.
Tarul read that one really well.
Escanilius tried the three and lost her sneaker trying to go get the rebound in the corner. And substitutions, Flau'jae Johnson, Michaela Williams back into the game. Amaya Joyner as the young crew for LSU. Really good effort in the second half.
Oh, unbelievable. The amount of pressure that second group put on the backboards, attacking the glass. And now you've got the starters coming back in with fresh legs.
Michaela Williams a turnover taken away by Fisher. Fisher still scoreless for Marist, but doing a lot defensively and helping beat that pressure. Henry gets bumped by Knox. And that's the second foul here in the fourth quarter. Timeout on the floor. LSU. The final 4:51 of this opener for the 2025 Paradise Jam. Marist goes to work as Fisher hits the deck on the foul. And will go to the line to shoot two.
Fisher's played hard, has handled the basketball, but has not scored in this game. 0 for 7 from the field, and she's missed her 2 chances at the free throw line.
Fisher, a first-year Red Fox, started her career at Fairfield. Played 30 games in 2023-2024, and then redshirted, did not play. Just did not play to try and develop her game a little more. Gets the free throws to make it 101-42.
Well, she's had a battle of the post players inside of LSU. Physical. She's pushed back. Done a good job. Glad she got some points on the board. Whoa.
Offensive rebound inside. Amaya Joyner jumping up and grabbing it with one hand.
Just snagged it.
Joyner, 14 points, 9 rebounds. There's a swat by Grace Knox. The 6'2" freshman makes her first career start today. You like number 2 in white.
Great energy from Knox. 11 points, 5 of 6. Active, involved in everything that's happening on the court.
3-point shot for Fulwiley. LSU calls off the full court pressure.
They're not as aggressive in the pass lanes as we saw earlier, and that's allowing Marist to get better looks from the three-point line.
Henry, 22 points now in this game with that three. Her 5th triple of the game. Rebound by Corsentino underneath. Kick to the corner, Tarul. And Tarul with the three-pointer. As Marist head coach Erin Dowdy cheering her team on. Looking to win different spurts. And we have a whistle underneath as Fisher and Joyner were tangled up.
20 points in the third quarter for Marist.
We got a double foul here on Fisher and Joyner. It's going to be ball out on the sideline. And Joyner's going to check out Simone Augustus with some words as Joyner went to the bench. There's a feed inside. Koval, the dump off. Offensive rebound for Koval after the Yarnovich miss.
Always involved in the game, Koval. That makes that bounce pass, and it's inside position to rebound the miss.
Three-point shot from Tarul. Now Williams on the run. Williams attacks, and two more.
Got to get the ball stopped. Coming downhill at you. Williams, big, strong body.
Williams with 6 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Henry guarded tightly by Johnson. The step-through jumper. Koval with the rebound. So, Coach, started texting my kids this afternoon. Like, all right, let me know what you know about LSU and Flau'jae Johnson. So I get a screenshot of Flau'jae Johnson's most recent release as Flau'jae Johnson
right on cue.
adds to her total. 14 points for her now. November 14th, dropped an EP, her latest release. You're going to have to check it out. Rap career taking off for Flau'jae Johnson as a talented rapper, music brand pop over the summer of 2024. She featured Lil Wayne on one of her songs, and the video for Came Out a Beast has over 3 million views on YouTube, featured as one of the NFL songs of the season. You might hear it on Sundays watching football.
Brad, you know that you're talking a foreign language to me right there. That's like you're reading Greek to me. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Expand your horizons, Coach. Come on now.
No idea what you're discussing there. Those songs I've never heard of. I've been listening to Jimmy Buffett songs here over the loudspeaker at the timeouts. That's my era.
The steel drums. It's a nice chill vibe here.
Well, I'm waiting for Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Now you got parents.
They played Brown Eyed Girl about 3 times. So I have to record that and send it to my girlfriend. Madonna's got brown eyes, but I'm waiting for Cheeseburger Paradise, dude, because that's what we're having tonight when this game ends.
Now you have parents and grandparents explaining to their kids and grandkids Jimmy Buffett music. Head coach Kim Mulkey, she's got this team zeroed in, her 7th straight 100-point game to start the season, too.
Well, what's interesting is how they play so hard. Even the score is not any consequence to this team, but they're going to see how hard they can play. The shots from the three-point line, even at the rim, at the end of the pressure.
So the upcoming schedule after tomorrow's game against Washington State at Duke on December 4th. As that's part of the ACC-SEC Challenge. That'll be at Cameron Indoor Stadium. Oh, and Flau'jae spins it home.
Now that I understand. English off the window by Flau'jae Johnson. The other stuff, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you and Flau'jae speak the language when it's round ball time.
Ooh, crossover. English. 2 more for number 4.
5'10" senior out of Savannah, Georgia. A 4-year starter for Coach Mulkey. Won a national title in year 1, 2023.
Oh, great action.
Nice 3 from Corsentino.
Marist playing to the final horn. That was a great screen-to-screener action. It's going to be a good Marist team. I like what they did this 3rd and 4th quarter. Got more aggressive. It looked like they started the game. They wanted to, let's control the tempo. Came out in the second half and attacked the rim.
.9 on the clock as the shot clock winds to 0. And Marist one last inbound.
That was the move Well, Wiley did not want the turnover. She threw it to her teammate so they get the shot clock violation.
She's got a smile. She's